Today we discuss the subject of a interconnected power system. In this subject, here we start the topic of a load flow studies. In the previous video lecture, we discussed the various parts of the load flow studies and the various important methods that are connected in a load flow studies. We also discuss the static load flow equation related to the power system. In this video lecture, we discuss the bus classification method and parts of a bus classification method. An approximate method also we studies in this video lecture. In the as we know, the load flow studies is a very important part in a power system. Load flow studies is dependent on a transmission distribution network that are connected in a generating parts to the consumer. As we know, the load flow or power flow studies is a basically comprise the determination of a current, voltage, and active power and reactive power at various point in the power system that are operating under a normally and steady state condition. The load flow studies or power flow analysis, it is a very important part for the planning, controlling, and operations of a existing system as well as in a future expansion. The load flow studies is also helpful for clearing the effect of new loads, load lines, and new generating station and new interconnection before they are installed. We know that the load flow studies are very helpful and needed for the essentials and very important part in a power system network. The load flow studies, the essentialness in the power system, they are for the designing purpose in a power system. Designing purpose, we should consider the load flow system, and then after for designing the second point for the needing purpose of a power system, that are planning. Third one is the expansion of a power system. For the expansion purpose, we should studies the load flow, and then after expansion, next point will be providing the guidelines for optimum operation in a power system. It's also helpful for providing a guidelines in a power system. And fifth one is providing a guidelines for the various power system studies. It is also helpful for the all over the part of the power system, the connected network, that are generating part as well as and also distribution part as well as. So it is a very helpful for all over purpose in a power system, that are load flow studies. Here we start with the topic of a bus classification. Generally, bus classification are divided on a various part like load buses, generator buses, and slack buses. Other name of slack buses, that are reference buses. In the bus classification, in the previous video lecture, we discussed in a previous video lecture for the transmission distribution network, that are the basic figure I draw this for the clearly explanation, that are generating point. Here are the bus 1 classification, it is a bus 2 network, and here it is a rough figure of the transmission and distribution network that are connected with a load. The generator are connected, so the symbol of the generator we draw here, that are G. bus 1, so the voltage of them is a V1, and here bus 2, so the voltage of them is a V2. For the transmission purpose, that are the line of them, it is a Jx. For the real and imaginary part, we should consider here that after line of them, it is a Jx line. It is a transmission line. Therefore, for the real and imaginary part, we should consider in the transmission line, it is P plus JQ. P is a real part and JQ is a imaginary part of them. Here the bus 1, it is a generator bus line, bus 2, it is a load bus line, and bus 1 and bus 2 are connected through the transmission line, and the reference of them, it is a reactance. It is the reactance of them is a J into X. It is not necessary that all of them are connected in every buses. The bus is indicated a vertical line at which the number of components are connected. We know that each bus is in a power system is associated with the four quantities, namely real power, reactive power, voltage magnitude, and phase angle. The load flow problem of the 2 out of the 4 quantities are specified for the other 2 quantities that are determined through the solution of a load flow equation. Depending upon the quantities specified for the buses, they are classified of a number of 3. It is a number of 3 parts we discussed earlier, that are load buses, generator buses, and slack buses. The slack buses other name is a reference buses. So here we draw the general table of a classification. Bus classification general table, it is depend on a load buses, other is a generator buses, and third one is a slack buses. Slack buses, other name of them is a reference buses. Load buses, now we explain all parts. First of all, we start with the load buses. We know that the bus at which the active power and reactive power are specified is known as a load buses. Generally, active power and reactive power are obtained through the load buses. For the active power purpose, that we know, the symbol of them is a P suffix I, and reactive power is a symbol of them Q suffix I. So load buses that are which the active power and reactive power, here both are in specified to known as a load buses. The magnitude and phase angle of the voltage, that are magnitude and phase angle, it is also dependent on them. So magnitude of them is a positive form V suffix I, and angle of them, it is a represent for the symbol that are delta I, is obtained through the load flow solution. So all the 4 parameters dependent in the load buses. This is also called from them is a PQ buses. This type of bus are most commonly comprising almost 80% of all the buses in the given power system. 80% generally bus are load buses. In the load buses system, that are dependent on active power, reactive power, magnitude and phase angle. All the four parameters, it is dependent on them. But generally we should consider the basic parts that are active and reactive power. So the active and reactive power, that are P and Q. So the other name we should like here, that is a PQ buses. And also here it 80% buses is a load buses that are dependent on transmission to the distribution line. The next point is a generator bus. Generator buses. The bus at which the voltage magnitude and active power are specified is known as a generator buses. Voltage magnitude and phase angle. Voltage magnitude is represented in positive VI form and phase angle is represented in delta I form. The bus at which the voltage magnitude and power are specified to known as a generator buses. Active power, sorry, phase angle here are not in active, but it is a point of active power. Active power represent is PI form. The reactive power and phase angle of the voltage are obtained through the load flow solution. For the generator buses, it is a voltage magnitude and active power are specified as a generator buses, and reactive power and phase angle of the voltage are obtained through the load flow solution. For the reactive power, QI and phase angle delta I, we should solve by using the load flow solution. This generator bus is also called as a PV buses. So PV buses of namely is a voltage magnitude like positive VI form and active power, it is a soul of them. So the other name of is generator buses, that are PV buses. Load buses is the other name is like PQ buses, and generator buses, the other name is PV buses. These buses has always the generator connected to it. In these buses, the generator we should connected in the starting point. This type of buses is comprised about 10% of the buses in a power system. This type of buses is generally 10% in the all over power system network. The power system network that are connected in a generator side, transmission side and distribution side. So we should consider the generator, transmission and distribution. It is a percentage of a generator buses that are 10%. It is a same represent like a name. It is a generator bus. So simply we know that the generator buses is connected in a generator side in a starting area. Now the third point, it is a slack buses. For this bus, the voltage magnitude and voltage phase angle are specified. For the real and reactive power are obtained through the load flow solution. Now it is clearly explained for the slack buses, voltage magnitude it is represent in a VI positive VI form, and phase angle is represent as a delta I. It is specified for the solution of them, and real and reactive power PI and QI it is obtained through the load flow solution. Normally this normally there is a one buses of this type of given in a power system. Slack buses is generally one buses in connected with all over power system. As we know, the power system is connected of a generator, transmission and distribution network. One generator bus is selected as a slack buses. So starting area to one generator buses is selected as a slack buses. Other name of a slack buses is a reference buses. For the name it is represent that are reference. The generator it is a maximum power that is a generation is a transfer to the consumer side. In the distribution and transmission network that are various loss, the connected of them losses are dependent on a voltage and current and other criteria. So the power flow it is a starting end and receiving end, there it is a difference of them. We should try there is a very minimum difference between them, but till now it is some difference are major purpose and major problem to the transmission network. So in the starting area of the generator it is a ideal voltage. So ideal voltage purpose it is a name of a reference. So in the generator slide buses it is other name we should write it is a reference buses. In the slack buses the magnitude and phase angle of the voltage is normally considered as a angle 0, 1 pu and angle 0 is considered as this angle. All this discussion is summarized by the table we should draw for the tabling of them in the classification. Here it is a table that are specified and clearly remember for all the quantities and which parameter we should specified and which parameters we should obtain in the buses. So at the starting we should write here for the load buses. Other name of a load buses is a PQ buses. In the quantities specified for the load buses it is VI, voltage, magnitude and angle, phase angle. Delta is the specified quantities and quantities to be obtained that are P and Q. It is obtained quantities value. The second bus type it is a generator bus. The other name of a generator buses it is a PV buses. In the specified quantities we should write here that are angle quantities and voltage magnitude and active power are specified quantities, and quantities which should be obtained that are reactive power and angle delta. It is obtained quantities. The third one is the reference buses. The reference buses it is a obtained quantities it is specified and obtained quantities, specified quantities and obtained quantities in the purpose of active power, reactive power and voltage magnitude and phase angle it is dependent on them. In a load flow, in a load buses or a PV buses, it is a quantities is a variation of them. It is a active power, it is specified quantities, and reactive power, it is a specified quantities. And quantities that are obtained, it is voltage magnitude and phase angle magnitude. It is a obtained quantities. And the reference bus is, it is quantities for the specified value that are voltage magnitude and angle of them. And obtained quantities that are active power and reactive power. It is a table for the bus classification and memorized for bus classification, which are obtained quantities and which are to be specified quantities. So that are the table. Here we question arise for the bus classification, that was why one of the buses is taken as a slack buses and load flow studies. It is a very important question, that are why one of the buses is taken as a slack bus in a load flow studies. Here it is the answer. In the load flow studies, the real and reactive power cannot be fixed, that are variation. So the complex power flow in the network is not known in an advanced system. Therefore, the system power losses is not known till the load flow studies is complete. So one of the buses is taken as a slack bus or reference buses in the load flow studies. Generally, the bus is connected to the largest generating station in selected as a slack buses. So the slack bus is usually as the numbered as a bus 1. In a starting slack buses or reference buses, that is the number 1, bus number 1. It is a very important point of them. Next topic is a approximate method for the load flow studies. It is a approximate method that are fine for the load flow. In the previous method, it is a bus classification that are dependent on a load buses, generator buses, and reference buses. It is a approximate method to find a load flow, that are approximate value we should find in the transmission, distribution, and generation network. It is a approximate for the purpose of a power system, that are active power, reactive power, power angle, and voltage distribution. In a simple but approximate solution, it is possible if we should made some assumptions that are consideration in a load flow studies. First of all, in the assumption basis, we should consider the parameters like a small line resistance are neglected, which means that the active power losses in a line, it is a 0. The effect of these assumptions we should write in a equation number 5 and equation number 6 that are discussed in a previous video lecture. So we should write a repeat equation for the previous video lecture, that are real power and reactive power. The real power equation, the symbol of them, it is a pi. The real power equation, it is V suffix I sigma k is equal to 1 up to n into y ik into V suffix k cos theta ik plus delta k minus delta I. It is a real power equation dependent on them. And reactive power, it is a symbol of Qi, and value of them it is a Vi sigma k is equal to 1 up to n Yik into Vk into sine value. The angle of them it is a theta ik plus delta k minus delta I. It is a reactive power value, so we should write them it is a negative sign. It is a reactive purpose. In this value it is a form of I and form of k. It is a ith value, it is represent in a 1, 2 up to n, and kth value it is a represent of the real and reactive purpose. The angle of them it is a generally 90 degree. The second point of the approximate method is voltage magnitude at various buses must be written in a limit. Voltage magnitude should be written in a limits form, that are the symbol of V suffix I and limit form. It is always in a positive sign. Next point, it is active and reactive generator power at a different buses must be within a minimum and maximum limit. It is a real and reactive power value in a maximum and minimum limit of them. The next point, it is a fourth point. The fourth point value, it is a total power generation must be equal to the total load plus losses. The next point we should consider is the system stability consideration impose a limit of a maximum value with angle of delta. It is a stability purpose. The stability consideration in a limit of a angle delta. The next point is all the buses other than the slack buses are PV buses. P value is a representation of a active power and V value is a representation of a voltage magnitude. The voltage magnitude at all the buses including a slack buses are specified of them. The next point is the angle delta is small, so the value of them it is a sine delta, and suffix is I, so it is a common form of delta I. With the above assumption, the approximate method in this real and reactive power equation, we should write the updated version that are. So the equation is for the real power Pi is equal to Vi sigma k is equal to 1 up to n Yik into Vk, and the angle of them is representation as delta Ik minus delta k, where the I value is 1, 2, 3 up to n, and the reactive power purpose the value of them is minus Vk sigma k is equal to 1 up to n Yik into Vk cos delta I minus delta k plus Yi into I and Vi square, where I is equal to 1, 2, 3 up to n. So it is a representation and updated version for the approximate method in a real and reactive power equation. Now the next topic, it is a various method for finding a load flow solution. The various method, it is a Gauss-Seidel method, Newton-Raphson method, fast decoupled method, and other method. So this whole method we discuss in next video lecture. Thank you.